Okay, we are back, and I finally got Skype up and running. I was hoping to have it up before that arena battle was done, but there we go. It's good to see you again. But yeah, it's come down to me and Diet Soda in the finals. And in a glorious final battle, Diet Soda defeated BaseTradeTV with a blow from the trusty fist. All hail the victor, Diet Soda! Fuck! I mean, congratulations.
Finals.
I don't know, but you know what? I get fucked in the finals every time. So is it really like?
But one time you did win because you were in the semifinals so often.
One out of like a billion.
Not a billion. Don't exaggerate.
Don't give me that. Don't. Well, you know what? Maybe if you just got some more loot from a bag. I have a sword that gives me +1 strength. I wouldn't be surprised if that's helping me overpower all my opponents.
That's probably it. I probably have like a dozen. Wait, I shouldn't say that. Probably have a lot of mystery bags, right?
Actually, so what's interesting here, for those who don't know, if you check your inventory through GatherBot... What?
I opened up my mystery bag.
That's a sad kitten. Oh no. Anyways, if you guys check your inventories through GatherBot, you can type !GatherBot. You can see the loot you have. A lot of it's going to be garbage. A lot of it's stuff you don't even want. But you can actually... if you look at the command list, you can actually disenchant some of your stuff to create arcane dust, which you can then use to craft better items. And that's what I did. So I got a sword that is unstealable, so good luck, nerds. And it gives +1 to strength, which is cool. There's lots of little items like this.
Plastic or styrofoam?
Because it's not steel. It's because it's made of iron. Like a real sword.
That's a good one.
Anyways, to update you guys on what's going on. Oh, also, if you want a chance to get loot, you don't have any mystery bags left. Like, if you guys donate to the channel, you get like a choice of a bunch of different options. But if you do donate, you can also give everyone else mystery bags. What's funny though, I want to go down this list since we haven't done a lot of this with GatherBot, and we are waiting. For those who don't know, we're waiting on the semifinals to be ready. So we actually have nothing to cast at the moment. When you donate with memes, right? And that's funny, and that's whatever. To show you some, like it gives you a picture, and you can type in whatever text you want. Terminator likes to give people mean things that will hurt other people, crushes, mystery bags. So far, we've made a total of $700 through GatherBot, which is kind of cool, I guess. It's not like a crazy a lot of money, but you can see people are actually getting into it, which I think is really fun and kind of neat. So, some people just like to give mystery bags and be really nice and give everybody else loot. Some people, like Terminator specifically, likes to just give people memes and bad times. So, it's kind of cool. But what I really like about this system, if I'm going to be honest, is like you can do your own questing. And I really like that. I know it's dumb and it's nerdy and it's like go play D&D, you loser, but I like that there's that extra element to it. So you got your stats page, and those stats actually affect everything too. Like if you've got items that give you bonus luck, you'll win coin flips more often. If you've got higher intelligence, you'll do better at poker checks. Like there's lots of little things in here that are kind of cool. So I would definitely suggest looking into it. I know some people are upset with the amount of spams, and we're still working with developers. It's absolutely in a beta. I don't have intentions of getting rid of the bot anytime soon. I think it's fun. And as you can see, like $700 for like a month of testing is really, in the grand scheme of things, like it's a good amount of money. I'm not going to complain, but it's not much compared to like how much just like a regular, I think, donation month would go for people. So, like, it's fun. I like the bot a lot, regardless of like money it does or does not bring in. But that aside, we're still waiting for a match.
Well, this might be bad news.
What's
Geralt and Alive have not been playing this entire time.
Why?
I don't know why. I don't know. I'm trying to get the answers. The answers aren't coming.
Well, if Alive's so he's in a game right now. If he's playing in something else and he's like not responsive to his opponent, there's like a walkover time.
Yeah, but I guess Geralt never told Durers, so Durers had no idea that he was, it was timed.
Well,
Awkward.
Here's the question: why is Alive in the game? Is he playing another tournament? Playing a ladder?
I don't know.
What tournament's going on right now? Proxy Tempest? What are the brackets for that?
Today.
Yeah, but the page is not like... Their Team Liquid posted. I don't know how to navigate it.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
I guess Tuesdays? No. Oh,
It's a Tuesday.
This is like a really poorly written Team Liquid thread, I'm gonna be honest.
I don't know. Oh, Bly and HellraiseR.
Sure. We'll grab getting through that just so we have something. Alright, so Bly and HellraiseR are tied up 1-1. And we're joining into game 3 of that because we don't want to be sitting around twiddling our thumbs waiting for too long. Oh, I guess I was in the wrong lobby.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll keep going on here with the Corsair Cup. Who's this? Lob Boss, sub for 33 months. Quite a long time, but thanks for coming back. We also had Mason Water cheer 40 bits to snipe the Bit Boss. Also, with GatherBot, it gives the Bit Boss a lot of cool powers. Some of you may not have seen what he did in chat, but one of the big things you can do as a Bit Boss is tax everybody. And you forcibly have to fork over a percentage of your Makarovs, your currency, to the Bit Boss when they do this. There's a cooldown, so they can't spam it, but they also get loot that only the boss gets access to by typing !boss glory. There's a lot of cool benefits to being the Bit Boss. So it's more than just like cheering for the sake of being the cool dude.
Cool.
I do need to talk to them about raffles though, because apparently we have like a bunch of stuff stored up. I just don't know how to access it. But oh man, I'm gonna fidget spin Papa Balloon while we're waiting for Bly to ready up. Are you guys ready for this? Oh, that didn't work. Ah!
Yeah.
Loud noises scare me!
Then why do you do it?
Because it's fun! Damn it, this one's... I don't think this one's inflated enough. It doesn't want to pop.
Alright.
Yeah, this thing's just like going against it. You hear that? It's like...
Kind of hear it.
Alright, we'll deal with that later. Alright, hopping into game 3. As said, things are tied up 1-1. We did not, I want to put this on the record, we did not cast game 1 and 2. So this is just simply hopping into the third game for the sake of avoiding an awfully ghoulish amount of downtime. However, there is some good news, because after this game, it goes directly into fighting against Keen, and we shouldn't have to wait around too long to get those semifinals going. But Keen lives with Alive, and he may have also disappeared. We'll find out. We are getting into game 3, however, spawning in the lower right side. He's going to be the Red Zerg player. It's my favorite Ukrainian, Bly.
Oh, we see. In the top left, as the blue Protoss, it is HellraiseR, and he killed poor little critter.
How many other Blys or Ukrainians do you know?
At least one other.
See, for me, I'm like, I think I just know Bly. Oh no, you know what? Who's that guy? Hades. Ours. He's Ukrainian too.
Okay, it's not who I was thinking of. I know there's someone else. I'm gonna have to Google this.
He's the pain from Ukraine. Give it up for Bly.
Yeah, there used to be a lot, right? But now I guess there's not as many. Well, first of all, HellraiseR is Ukrainian.
Oh. That's a bit awkward.
But there is Damaga, HappyZer, Kos, Nato,
Is
White
Damaga
Raw,
Ukrainian? I always thought Damaga was Russian.
Straylock.
Huh.
I don't know. He's Ukrainian.
Yeah, is it the CIS or CES? That region of the world? They've got a abbreviation for that region. I think it's CIS or something, because it covers like a lot of the not just Ukraine, but like that whole area.
I don't know, man. I don't know anything about Europe, so not the one to ask. But now we know it's Ukraine versus Ukraine.
My crane?
Ukraine.
I just typed mystery crane almost by accident.
An adventure update. Whoa.
You can see the progress of all treasure hunters in the Hall of Fame in the GatherBot webpage. Oh snap! Time for me to continue my quest. Well, after the stream's done.
Cool.
Yo, it sucks because I got the thing that started the quest on my first day of us using GatherBot, but then I didn't get the map to advance for like a week. So I'm like, sweet, I got the thing already, and then I couldn't use it for the longest time.
I haven't gotten anything we got about.
Well, I lucked out. I was there for when Ryomar offline donated like I think $100 and bought everybody like 30 mystery bags or something on like that first day.
Oh shit! Dang. Yeah.
Anyways,
That would have been helpful.
we do have some pretty nice scouting from Bly. Sees pretty much everything that's going on, but I'm really curious what happened in these first games because it could very much influence what happens on this one. Like for me, if it's game 1, we've just jumped into the series, no one's played any games yet. I see these overlords, I see pristine positioning, and I'm thinking like Bly maybe wants to drop. There's a lot of other things he could do, right? But kind of limited when we don't know how the other games went. Also, I heard some claps. Comment in from Kinky Mal, who, shout out, stopped by my Pokemon stream the other day. Really appreciate you stopping by. Says, found some coins laying about. Oh, changed between the cushions. $3.32. It's a shame that you still have pennies.
You know, Canadians don't say a boot, but there's
boat.
something you're saying differently about.
About?
I hear it sometimes when you say it naturally. Naturally.
Naturally, I'm a camera star. Actually, that was a weird thing. It wasn't until 30 Rock that I realized, like, I didn't actually pronounce camera.
What do you mean he didn't actually pronounce camera?
The way you say it, there's no E. But Jenna Maroney's camera. Like, she puts the extra in there,
Camera.
right?
I guess that's true. Camera. Yeah, I suppose. English languages are weird, aren't they?
They are. Also, the Commonwealth of Independent States. Thank you, Mr. Toxygen. Teaching his kids about check marks and teaching me about the CIS.
There you go. There's the CIA.
Actually, it's funny. The only reason I remember that abbreviation was there was a Twitch party that they threw on a boat for that region for one of their events. And I misinterpreted what the CIS party was about because of just,
Oh, that's right.
You hear that phrase used like American...
Oh my god.
Social justice warriors, all that stuff. But okay, more on that later, maybe. Probably not at all. There's no follow-up to it. 2 DTs coming in, and one segmented off to the side. This is kind of interesting. Detection here is through the Overseer, so he's going to have detection. That's not the question. But will he have it in enough places? 3 DTs in 3 different locations. It's not going to be fun to deal with.
He's already kind of messed up in the 3rd.
The downside is, though, this means that you're likely to have DTs die, which means no Archon follow-up. And is that worth it? 6 drones, a queen so far?
Well, these DTs, I think, are maybe worth it. They're sticking around way longer than they should. 10, 1 DT in the main still, 1 DT chasing something at the 3rd.
Oh.
They're alive for a very long time.
This one had somehow dodged the Overseer in the main. I'm not sure how Bly missed that.
Yeah, it was responding to so many places, and the Overseer is still very slow, so I can totally see how he pulled that back a little too soon. HellraiseR is denied a 3rd base with some creep spread. But is he even going to take one? How many gateways is he going up to here? Oh, he's not going to take one. He's going up to 8 gateways with 2 additional ones. Got an Immortal.
Did the Overseer see that? It did. It confirmed saw that too.
Hive cluster under direct
That's the
assault.
skin, man. Cool.
Bly is rocking his Abathur voice back, by the way.
So many Zergs use Abathur. TLO used it yesterday.
I think Abathur's just like objectively a cool voice. It's deep, it's bassy, it's a little bit weird, so it's kind of fun. Like,
oh yeah, I agree.
I just use the Nate voice back because I feel like he's got my back, even when he
What's
doesn't.
the other Zerg one besides Kerrigan, Abathur, and Zagara?
I still think they need to make a voice pack for like a Zergling, and everything's just like.
That's going to be next year's April Fools.
That would be great, actually. But yeah, you mentioned the skin. This is the Immortal skin. I actually really like the way this one looks. I think this is super cool just because of the attack animation, if nothing else.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so funny because this and the Carrier skin both look, and even the Viking skin a little bit, kind of look dumb on the production tab, but look really cool in the game.
Yeah. Well, this actually also reminds me of like the way the initial Immortal concept art looked like too.
This might be too overwhelming. Bly has a nice, like, a large army, but not even as large as HellraiseR, and also Roaches and Ravagers, very basic units here.
Yeah, they're still going to have a hard time dealing with the charge lots, but at least they're not nearly as fragile as the Hydralisks would be. Also, Bly just missed a lot of Corrosive Vials. That was really bad.
Yeah, he missed some, but he did get the first 4 on a couple of Sentries and an Immortal. But either way, the balance still goes in HellraiseR's favor here, as he's going to continue warping in a lot of charge lots.
I don't even know how he got the...
Keeping 2 Immortals alive.
I don't know how he got the time to put those Spine Crawlers down. It's really cool they did, though, because they almost killed some of the Archons, which would have taken a huge chunk out of this army. But this one's still sitting on 40 shields. The other one's still standing, too. Bly's trying his best to fight this, and he's at least evened up the army supply. But, I mean, this is still him losing that third base, which was so critical, if for nothing else, larva production.
Oh, he barely didn't get that last Immortal. How? Oh,
That's like the
man.
story of Bly in this army. He's like just barely not killing a lot of units.
Yeah, it seems like it's
overseer.
Too gone. Like what HellraiseR had was just too powerful against what Bly had. Even if the numbers were a little bit bigger, I still think that it'd be a very, very difficult hold.
We just had a Villa sub to the stream. Oh, sorry, no, that's just the saltiest man in the world. Thanks for the Twitch Prime sub.
Good one.
Oh, nice. Well, that was a good one, too. The Corsair Gear take out the Warp Prism. Did try and save the DTs. Coming down this ramp should be not a problem. He's got the Corsair Gear. He can break this. But
that was
this
not
is
worth by HellraiseR.
Right, this is what I'm actually saying. If he had the Warp Prism alive, this could have been game over for Bly. Losing that in the main was devastating. Because now he pulls back to a third base he was trying to get up, and he's got no way to reinforce in the front line, no way to continue pressure. So Bly is going to have to counterattack. And a new base is not what you want to be defending.
I think he's fine, though. I mean, this is counterattacking still with the same type of army against the same type of army, but even like one more actually, as it's going to pop out soon. So Bly, I mean, he could try feign attacking. He could even try actually attacking, but I think he just loses army. It's not going to work. Is the point. So I like this option better, which is just take their base and try and get to a spire. HellraiseR is not thinking about anti-air right now. He is just thinking purely about roaches.
According to chat, apparently they had a murky announcer for Heroes of the Storm. Kind of basically, for those who don't play Heroes, he's a Murloc, so the same idea that the Zergling would have been, right? Like, just undistinguishable noises.
Yeah.
Or indistinguishable? Actually, don't know.
Indistinguishable. Oh, I absolutely butchered that, by the way, in Google. Indistinguishable.
There we go. Oh wait, there's a bank heist. I didn't even realize. Oh no. Well, I probably would have been sent to jail anyway. So.
I don't even bother with those. They're too scary. I'm too much of a wuss.
I like the extra RP the bot has for it. So he's gonna set up here with some Corsair Gears, kill some of the probes. That's not too bad. But this does commit Bly to a really bad position, and yeah, he's got to try and run away. But if HellraiseR knew this, he could have just gone south and caught him. Instead, he's playing chase. Bly going for mutas, by the way, not at all forced out of the situation. This is something he likes to do no matter what anyways. And I think 10 mutas floating around the backside, cutting out probes, getting into the economy of HellraiseR is probably the better way to try and fight than take the army on. But right now, he's been caught. Charge Lot's hot on his heels, and Bly's going to lose out on a lot of army just trying to run away.
Yeah. I mean, trying to buy time by letting his opponent dodge the Corsair Gears, and HellraiseR doesn't even care. He has such a good army, and it is still bigger than Bly. The mutas, I don't think they really have that like counterattack, bring the army back potential, and they certainly can't take on 5 Archons.
They might have had HellraiseR not already been across the map, because his anti-air is not that strong. He would have been stuck running around the base chasing after them. But now even if the mutas go straight across the map, they're kind of like, well, HellraiseR's just getting in a position to win a base trade.
Yeah. Well, I think this is going to be it for Bly.
That makes me sad because I really like Bly, but it's also cool to see somebody like HellraiseR taking up the reins for the semifinals.
Yeah, I can see some fresh faces in those semis. He's going to be facing Keen. So I don't know the news on a live. We'll find that out when we leave. GG!
GG, HellraiseR. Well, that's going to be the 2-1. Go on and fight against Keen. We'll try and get some updates on what happened with Alive, because we still don't really know. But we'll go to a quick commercial break before then, and we'll be back for at least the semifinals. We'll see you guys soon.